Hello YouTube artists, I'm Kelly Hernig and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to do something a little different and I need your help on this. First, let me show you our inspiration. Are they not the most gorgeous flowers? Look at those colors. So we're going to try to put a color palette together for these. There is yellows and peaches and raspberries and pinks and all other colors, and I really don't know where to start. So we're just going to start mixing and see what happens. So I'm going to grab my paint, paper, and some brushes, and let's go figure this out. I've pulled out the big palette for this. I wanted to play with these yellows and oranges to see what we come up with. So I'm going to turn it this way so you'll be able to see. And then I do have my little palette here next to me because I need Jaune Brilliant, Apricot, and Shell Pink. So that's what's on this palette. Got my favorite little mixing palette. Looks like this on one side and like this on the other. A brush and a pencil. Let's see what kind of magic we can get for these kind of roses. I'm going to try Naples yellow first. That's a pretty hue. Then I want to try Naples yellow plus nickel titanate. I'm going to see if I can just mix right on this paper here. Nickel titanate is new. Doesn't have a place in my palette yet. But I thought the yellow tone might make it nice in there. Might make it more lively than Naples. I want to look at Apricot by itself. I also want to look at Apricot plus Naples yellow. I need to write these before I forget them. That color looks very interesting for this rose here. These right now seem just a little too yellow, but I'm liking Apricot, so let's try Shell Pink by itself. And then Shell Pink plus Naples yellow. Kind of like what the Naples yellow does to these colors. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's a beautiful color. That kind of looks like this one. So I'm going to go one step further with that. So Shell Pink. Let's add Naples yellow. And to go a little brighter, let's add some vermilion. Just a little. I like the addition of the vermilion here. That's looking really like this one quite nicely. So let's try apricot and vermilion and see what happens. And I add a touch of naples to that. I want to dull down that vermilion a little bit. It seems a little orange right now, but remember, watercolors dry lighter. I also want to try quinacridone. So let's go with apricot plus quinacridone. So it gives us a little pinker hue instead of orange. And I also want to try the shell pink plus quinacridone. Those are very close, especially to this one here. I have permanent yellow deep. I want to try that with the apricot and see what happens. And also with the shell pink. Because the Naples yellow appears a little too yellow, so this has a little more orange in it. Now let's try shell pink with that. Those are both pretty interesting. I also want to try, I have a color called rhodonite. You can see how there's a fringe of reds on the edges here, but I usually don't like to put a real deep red on there. I want something a little more transparent and, you know, like a potter's pink or something like that, where I can get a little bit of granulation maybe. So this is rhodonite by itself. It's very pretty. So we're going to try that with the apricot and the shell pink. Shell pink first. And I just love how the shell pink muddies all the colors. Now let's try it with the apricot. Interesting. They're looking pretty awesome right now. I'm finding a lot of colors that are soft. That's how I like to build my colors. And of course, a lot of these, the shell pink and the apricot, have white in them, so I'm going to have to be careful as far as layering. But rhodonite is a beautiful color. Okay, I did want to try the Jaune Brilliant. So that is this really bright yellow here. I don't know if you can see this. So this is yellow titanate. So you see how much yellow is in this one. but then that one's really got a lot of white added to it. I want to try the Jaune Brilliant with Naples Yellow, Apricot, and Shell Pink, and let's see what happens there. There's Jaune Brilliant. Here's some Naples added to it. Ooh, that's pretty. You can see that toning, like that's Naples Yellow by itself. So you see what it did to it. Now Jaune Brilliant plus Apricot. And Jaune Brilliant plus Shell Pink. That's a lovely color. I think I'm going to need something deeper than rhodonite, so let's try carmine. Now that's pretty intense. You know, I'll be toning that down with apricot and shell pink to see what happens there. So that's carmine by itself. Let's try it with apricot. Took the brightness right out of it. Okay, let's see what shell pink does to it. I think we've got a pretty good selection here. At least it's a nice place to start. I've got some yellow oranges. I've got some Naples yellow. I think that's more like a yellow ochre kind of color to me, Naples yellow. But I like how kind of neutral it is. I like these really brighter oranges over here. I really like that one. That's the apricot, vermilion plus Naples. And then I like how some of these are playing out as well. I would like to see carmine and Naples, I think. So let me move this up a little bit so you can see that. Let's see what that does, carmine plus Naples. That's pretty lovely. Let's also try the the carmine with the Jaune Brilliant. See what happens there. Because I am liking these colors up here. Looks like I added milk, didn't it? Now I'm going to try apricot. Some more apricot with a touch of carmine in it. I know we have it there, carmine and apricot, but let's see what it does with just a little bit of carmine. And you can see I put way too much on there. Let's try that again. So apricot. tiny touch. Oh yeah, look at that. That's very beautiful. I'm going to try the same with shell pink like that. And you can see I already have carmine in there. Wow, that's pretty. Now let's try the jaune. And I've already got some carmine in that mix too. So let's see if I really need to mix carmine in there. Wow, that's pretty. They're all pretty, right? I added 2 more colors. So I found my Potter's Pink. I added Potter's Pink plus carmine and then Potter's Pink plus rhodonite. I wanted to see if they would granulate and how strong they would be. I touched very little of carmine in there and a lot more of rhodonite because I really like the tone of rhodonite better than carmine by itself. So this is rhodonite, that's carmine. So I like that color better, so I touched a little bit more of that into the Potter's Pink. And it did granulate. It looks very beautiful. So I'm going to pull my roses down here and let's have a look and see if any of the colors match. This one has an oranger center. This one has a more yellow center. You see that? That's why I'm trying to figure out the rose colors because there's so many varieties in this little dozen. But I liked both tones. I love that yellow tone and I like this kind of peachish orange tone. So let's start with the yellow one and see what we've come up with. That Naples looks very nice to it. Oh, look at that one. Look at these two. So this was apricot plus permanent yellow deep, and that was shell pink plus permanent yellow deep. Let's look at these down here. These are the Jaune Brilliant ones. Those are very beautiful too. I think we've got a winner up here. Let's see, do I like that one better than that one? Yes, I do. So this one, I'm going to put an X by for the center here. But I want you to notice too that this one has the little tips of color. So I want to try to find that as well. You can see it's very pale here. It's like a pale pink, but then it's got this deeper pink here. So let's look for this one. I think probably something with shell pink. Let's check out just shell pink by itself. It's really close. Look at that. Do you see that little part right there? Let's see if I can pull that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So let's look at apricot. It's a little too apricot. I'm looking to see what other colors here. Maybe apricot down here. Nope. Oh, I think it's between these two. The shell pink and then this one. So that is apricot plus quin coral and then the shell pink. Let's see, this is my yellow. I will probably want that one next to it. So I'm just going to put an X here with a question mark. And now let's look for that dark color here. I love the dark color. I will not be this bright, but let's see if we came close. I'm gonna try rhodonite first. Hold on here, the rose is fighting me. Oh, look at that one. Let's go down here to these two. Let's see, Carmine and Naples is a little too red. That one's pretty good. That's Carmine and Jaune Brilliant. This one's just plain Carmine. I kind of like this one. That is Carmine and Shell Pink. Okay, those are pretty nice colors. So we have this for the center. That was Apricot plus Permanent Yellow Deep. Then for the kind of pinkish tone, we have these two. Apricot plus Quincoral, and then Shell Pink. And then for the darker, we have Carmine plus Shell Pink. Now let's go to the other one. So that was the one with the yellow center. So I'm going to write X equals yellow center. The O is the more orange center. Okay, let's look for that color. Isn't that gorgeous color? Let's see if we've got a petal here that would stick out. Oh, look at those. Those are nice. There's one down here too. Okay, that's Apricot plus Vermilion plus Naples. I'm torn which one. I really like this one. So let's put an O there. And then let's see what other colors we can find here. There's a soft pink, and then there's a more robust pink as well. So let's try to find that one if we match that one anywhere. It's one of these two, the apricot or that one. I actually think it's this one, the Shell Pink plus the Quincoral. We've got this for the center and then this for that first soft layer. Now let's try to find that deeper layer here. Look at that. I think that one. That's the Potter's Pink plus Rhodonite. That's beautiful. So those three colors are this one, these two, and this one. Look at that. So that'll be fun, and I can get a lot of really nice values with this one. So those were our two roses today. And look at the beautiful colors that we played with. Pretty amazing. All right, let me bring you closer now so you can see the colors. We've got Naples Yellow plus Nickel Titanate Yellow, Apricot plus Naples, Shell Pink plus Naples Yellow, Shell Pink plus Naples Yellow plus Vermilion, Apricot Vermilion plus Naples, Apricot plus Quincoral. I love what the Quincoral did to these two. Shell Pink plus Quincoral, Apricot plus Permanent Yellow Deep, shell pink plus permanent yellow deep, rhodonite, rhodonite plus shell pink, rhodonite plus apricot, jaune brilliant by itself, jaune brilliant plus apricot, jaune brilliant plus shell pink, carmine by itself, carmine plus apricot, carmine plus shell pink, carmine plus naples, look how bright that looks, carmine plus jaune, apricot plus carmine, shell pink plus carmine, jaune plus carmine, and then potter's pink plus carmine, then potter's pink plus rhodonite. I think this is the softest palette I've ever created to try to find colors for the roses. I hope you enjoyed watching these colors come together and see how I kind of color mix to try different ones out. If you were inspired by these lovely colors today, please like, comment, or subscribe. My channel would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.